This week on Taste Utah, we're highlighting 2 off-the-eaten-path dining destinations you do not want to miss. First, we're in Beaver, sitting down with the ACF Beehive Chefs Association Chef of the Year, Executive Chef Joe Williams. He's continuing his father's legacy, working side by side in the kitchen at the Timberline Restaurant. Then we're in Myton, in eastern Utah, and the Hideout Steakhouse, where everything they do is homemade, including their signature BBQ sauce. They're offering the smoke, the sizzle, the steak, and a little taste of a Utah soul. Behind every good food story is a great people story. Taste Utah brings you the faces behind our local flavors, from soil and seeds to the variety of our authentically Utah restaurants. The views along the way, they're not bad either. Food is a necessity. It's how we create it, craft it, and experience it together that truly connects Utah's restaurant community. The secret to our sauce is simple. It's our farmers, artisans, chefs, restaurateurs, and hospitality professionals that make Utah a dining destination. You always have a seat at this table. We're down in Beaver, right off of exit 109. I'm telling you that because you're gonna wanna write it down. Come down and visit Timberline Restaurant. I'm gonna go in and meet with Joe and his wife Andrea to sit down and talk about all the ways they are reimagining food down in Beaver. You have been asking me to come here for the last several seasons. Your wish is my command.
Hi, Katy.
Hi.
So nice to meet you. We're so excited to have you here.
Very excited to be here. I've driven a long way. I always come hungry. I'm so ready to just sit and chat.
Joe is in the back and he has cooked a lot of good stuff for us and for you to try. So we're really excited.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, lead the way.
Okay, let's go.
First of all, Timberline. How long has Timberline been here?
My dad started it in 1983.
Wow.
And yeah, we've been going strong ever since.
And when did you take ownership of it?
My dad's still involved quite a bit.
Very
In fact,
cool.
my dad makes the rolls.
No
My dad
way.
makes the pies.
Oh.
And so he comes in still and he does quite a bit still. He stays really involved.
How long have you been associated with Timberline?
Well, since we got married.
And you were all in?
The kitchen is what I love.
Okay.
And Joe and I work together.
Yeah. We both
most
went to
of-
culinary school, so
You went
together, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, my little brother loves this restaurant. Absolutely adores it. And he was like, Katy, if you're doing a restaurant, you have got to do the Timberline. He's like, Katy, the Belgian waffle there is unlike anything I've ever had. And he is like a connoisseur of waffles. And then what really sold me is like the oatmeal.
Oh, wow.
The oatmeal is the best oatmeal I've ever had. So knowing, right, that when you take something that could be as uninspiring, let's say, as oatmeal,
Right.
and that is something that someone is raving about,
That's awesome.
you know you're doing it so well.
Well, thank you.
Let's talk about the food. What do we have in front of us? I'm gonna dive into this waffle and see if my brother is in fact accurate. I have no doubt, but
We have the Belgian waffle with the strawberries, fresh strawberries. Then we have a turkey avocado sandwich.
ooh.
And the neat thing about that is it's been on the menu ever since my dad started the restaurant. We've just changed to where we use fresh focaccia that we make ourselves.
Oh.
And then I actually make the cheesecake.
Okay.
There's no flour in the cheesecake except for in the crust. So it's, you know,
It's like caramel and
we make our own,
walnuts
we make
and-
our own caramel that goes on top.
I mean,
And the pecans.
We
pecans.
use
not
some
Yeah.
walnuts.
amazing Belgian chocolate.
Yeah, we
white
use
chocolate.
Belgian white chocolate.
I mean, the cheese itself is just like
Yeah, and we have chicken piccata. My dad makes the fruit pies,
yum.
and we have the Cobb salad.
What was it about growing up in restaurants that then inspired you to want to stay in them?
Boy, I guess it's the passion to cook and the way everybody in the kitchen, especially in the kitchen more than well, I guess as a restaurant in whole, but everybody becomes like family. A lot of our staff has been here for between 15 and 20 years.
Wow.
Most of our kitchen staff, they've been here a long time. Sorry.
That's amazing.
But yeah.
He loves his kitchen.
Yeah. Well, the kitchen itself
Yeah.
is a team. It's a
It
community
is.
and a family.
Yeah.
You know, just it's an amazing business. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of sacrifice.
A lot of
Yes.
sacrifices.
Yeah.
But it's worth it when you see people liking what you do.
I mean, to have that kind of leadership as well, where people want to stay, that's really important. Is there anything that you do in particular, or anything that you would say you like to focus on that really helps create that environment?
I think consistency with our product that we sell is probably one of the biggest things we try to focus on. The service as well, by all means. But consistency, and I mean, because we do so many things from scratch, I think consistency is a big thing we try to focus on.
What's your favorite thing on the menu?
I have a favorite thing every season. I think the season changes my desire of what I like and what I like to cook.
Yeah.
I always like to say I wouldn't have it on the menu if I didn't like it.
Well said.
Yeah.
All of his soups, he makes all of the soups from scratch. So
Yeah,
tomato basil is one of my favorite.
I saw today that the special was like grilled cheese and tomato
three
soup or
cheeses.
something.
And it's just
All our soups are made from scratch.
yeah. So we get some local tomatoes, and it's good.
Yeah, that's like my love language: grilled cheese and
Right.
tomato soup.
Yeah, so the produce purveyor will pull up in the back with his trailer and we'll go out and pick off what we want.
It's
and-
cool.
There is fresh produce all over the state of Utah.
There
Utah is an agricultural mecca. It truly
It
is. And it's really cool. A couple of seasons ago, we featured a guy from Heirlooms Only. His name is Ed, and he does that. He travels all over the state.
Oh, wow.
He has his own little heirloom farm down in St. George, in Santa Clara, but he's really committed to sourcing amazing food from all over the state and dropping by local restaurants, which I think it's an extraordinary gift that we have these people in our community that will support us.
And it sticks out. I mean, it makes you stick out as a restaurateur, I think.
I mean, I have to say, being a restaurateur is not a career or profession, it's a lifestyle. People who work in restaurants, from the dishwasher all the way up to a certified executive chef, are just the salt of the earth people who want to serve, who want to offer, and what makes them happy is seeing other people happy.
Yeah.
And I think you're excelling at that here.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I want to keep talking just so I can keep eating. But I do need to get back in the kitchen with you, Joe, and make a dish together, which I would love to do.
Yes.
Before that, I need to break into one of these rolls.
Yes, please do.
Okay, yeah, I
As
just
you
wanna,
should, yes.
All right, Chef Joe, you're chef now. We're back in the kitchen. Tell me what you're making for us.
We're gonna make our filet of salmon with a Mexican white shrimp.
Ooh!
And then asparagus with it as well.
I love it. Some fresh asparagus. Nothing goes better with seafood, I feel like, than a fresh veg.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Salmon goes right down on the flat top.
Right down on the flat top.
Giving it an extra dose of salt.
Yeah, we just season it with salt and pepper is all.
Listen, when you're getting
And then we're
amazing
gonna
product, you don't need that much. You don't need much, right?
No, we try to keep it as simple as possible and actually make the product stick out and talk for
I love
itself.
it. Yeah, ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll put that on there
Right, little
along with the
oil.
shrimp.
Now, why Mexican white shrimp?
It's a little bit of a sweeter flavor. We like that. It's wild for the most part, and we like it. It's not such a overused product, I think.
Yeah. Very ingredient driven, very intentional. And one of the things I'll say, like, these ingredients are ingredients that you would find in a big city.
Right.
And it's really, really commendable that you're bringing them all the way down here to not only offer the people who live here this level of food, but also those of us that are weary travelers.
And we like to accommodate to everybody that we can. So that's
so awesome.
Yes. So we'll just set these on the flat top as well.
I love that. Cooking them on the flat top too.
Yeah, everything's on the flat top. Makes it fairly quick. After that, we'll put some compound butter on it.
Yum.
And while that's doing that, we'll dish up the potatoes.
Okay, I love it. And are you making these potatoes?
We do. We make these potatoes every day.
I love it.
We
Skins
mass
on.
red.
Yeah. They're some of my favorites, I gotta say. I also love that you don't skimp on the potato.
No.
Which is, why would you, especially if you're making them in-house every day.
Lots of cream, lots of butter.
Oh, look at that filet. I mean, it is gorgeous.
And to plate it right here.
Beautiful.
Right here. Let's see that.
Gorgeous. And just just finish it with a little bit of color.
And we're gonna use a white wine shallot butter.
Ooh. Oh. Chef, look at that. Okay. Yeah, and I like it. I like a little, still a little bit of pink in the center.
Pink in the center.
Chef. Unbelievable. Just so flavorful. Again, like balance and building flavor and texture. That sauce
Well, thank you.
is unbelievable. It's almost like a Bear Blanc. It's like silky and smooth.
Right. Uh-huh.
Chef, this has just been such an honor and a privilege, a pleasure to educate people about what you're doing down here and maybe introduce a whole generation of people
Right.
to come down and check it out.
Please do.
We're in Duchesne County. We're in a little town called Myton, which is some of the most underrated Utah landscapes, I feel like, throughout the state. We're at the place called the Hideout Steakhouse and Barbecue, where they're actually inviting you to cook your own steak on a hot stone. They're also offering all kinds of handcrafted, homemade goodness, fresh beverages, and we're gonna go get a taste of Hideout Steakhouse. Todd.
Good afternoon, Katie. So good to see you.
Oh my
Thanks
gosh.
for coming.
I'm so excited to be here. It is so charming in here. I've driven a long way, but I have to say, through some of the most beautiful parts of Utah.
Thank you. We're glad to have you. We appreciate you coming in.
Oh my gosh.
We usually start at the table.
Yep.
Today we're going to take you to the back of the house.
Okay.
And show you how this steak is prepared, and bring it out to the table, and we're going to cook it right out.
Because the steak actually gets cooked at the table?
That is correct.
Okay, awesome. Lead the way, my friend.
Great.
This is so fun. So basically, when people come out to the Hideout Steakhouse, they get to cook their own steak.
That is correct. That is a choice.
On a semi-hot stone?
Very hot stone.
Smoking hot
Smoking hot stone.
Do you have like a temperature?
It's about 500-600 degrees.
600 degrees.
600 degrees.
That is
Yep.
smoking hot. Okay, cool. So we start with the steak.
We're going to start with the steak.
Okay.
I'm going to bring the stone right out of the oven right
Okay.
here. Put it on some platters.
And we just go for it. Oh, that's hot. Whoosh. You've got your gloves on. You can see the steam is like rising off of that. I won't even like put my finger on it because I just know it's hot.
Don't lick your plate.
Yeah.
We spray just a little oil on there. A little
Non-stick on the rock
non-stick.
there.
Keep it
so
up. Keep it
love
going.
it.
We use some rock salt.
Rock salt to actually season the stone.
Season the stone. And
That's really cool. Here, the steaks start to sing the second you stick them on the stone, yeah?
they start to sing. A lot of people sell the steak. We sell the steak and the sizzle. Putting
A
those
little
steaks
smoke
right there.
as well. Oh, beautiful. And now these are going to be wheeled out to us, huh?
That's correct. We're going
Okay.
to bring those right out to the table.
All right.
Put our steak knives right there like
Perfect.
that.
And I'll meet you out at the
Here we
table.
go.
Yeah?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
This is our steak on a stone.
Steak on a stone. That's our ribeye.
That's a 12-ounce ribeye, and this is a fillet.
Little filet. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you the ribeye. I'll put the filet toward me if you don't mind.
You got the filet.
Smoking hot. Now, Carolyn, what do you have in front of you?
I've got the hand-breaded chicken.
my gosh.
It's one of my personal favorites at the Hideout.
Oh, I love it. Todd,
Yeah.
have a seat. Join us, will
Okay,
ya?
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So hand-breaded chicken. Tell me about that.
It's tenderized, hand-breaded, deep-fried,
Oh.
potatoes, gravy. It's tender, juicy. It's, like I said, one of my favorites.
Yum, and that's like a white country gravy. I love
Yeah.
that. Now my steak has this beautiful crust on it, and I just kind of get to cook it to whatever I want.
Absolutely, Katie. The best thing to do is to take your steak knife and I'm a medium rare guy.
Okay.
So I like to take the steak and bring it onto your plate.
Okay.
And I just cut it in half and leave half of it on my plate because I don't want it getting too done.
You don't want it overcooked. Okay.
Overcooked. And you can see right here that's it's already starting to cook.
Yeah, it's
got
a nice
nice flavor,
Yeah.
color to it. And then I just cut cut it in bite-sized pieces.
I was
and
just thinking
like
to
that,
do the same
you
thing.
got
I
it, girl.
love it. It's
You
funny
got it.
because my mom would love this place because she's like a medium well gal, but
yep.
most people in my family are medium rare to medium. So she loves to go to a steakhouse that has a hot plate because she'll get medium rare and then she'll try to cook the rest of it on her plate.
Yeah.
This is custom. I love that.
We start our customers off with a fresh made loaf of bread. We make this hand bread in the back. It's not a par baked. We mix up yeast, water, salt, sugar.
You're making this every day.
We make this every day.
That's
yep.
real. That alone is worth its weight in gold.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And then we also make our.
And this is a family recipe.
Oh.
A lot of our recipes are family recipes.
I love that. Todd, do you like to cook?
I do.
Yeah.
My mother was she's still 92 years old. She still cooks. So.
Oh, that's so special.
We make our cinnamon butter, our homemade honey cinnamon butter.
You're making that
We make
every
that,
day.
Yep. We also have our cream corn, which is a good side. We make our own cream corn.
Okay.
I got that recipe probably 20 years ago back in the Midwest. It's not just a canned cream corn, and
You're
it's
making
our,
that
it's our
in-house.
homemade in-house cream corn that we put together. Same thing with our beans. That's our hideout steak beans. That was my dad's recipe.
Oh, wow.
And so we keep that in.
And tell us about the sandwich out front.
The sandwich is that is a pastrami melt.
Okay.
We basically make warm up our pastrami, and it's a high grade pastrami. We put that together with our cheese and our grilled sourdough.
And then you're hand churning ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yes.
We do our homemade ice cream. We make that, and we add flavors to that. We have an Oreo. We have different
Peach,
flavors.
seasonal.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And you're making a lot of your desserts in house as well, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We make the peach cobblers all homemade in house. The double chocolate cake, that was my wife's recipe. And put that together. We serve that a lot.
The peach cobbler is a recipe that he did in Dutch ovens for years. So
Oh,
we just
that's so
converted it
nice.
to a bigger portion.
That is incredible. And tell me, like, are you open for breakfast and lunch?
We open
Dinner?
11 a.m.
Okay.
Monday through Saturday. We're closed on Sunday, and we tell everybody, our staff, that Sunday's a family day. They can do whatever they want, and so it's nice to have. And we get good people because of that. There's a day off that they have a day off every
That's
Sunday.
really
so.
special. Now, how long has the Hideout Steakhouse and Barbecue been here?
Katy, we opened. It's literally been 10 years ago. We came up here from Arizona.
Okay.
And
2013.
2013.
Yep, 10 years ago.
Whole
So
decade old.
Yep.
Congratulations. That's a
Thank
big
you.
deal for restaurants.
It is.
Oh my gosh. What made you think, like, let's do a steak on a hot stone?
Me and a former partner kind of started playing with it and looked at all kinds of options. I came up with this concept. It's a crushed clay. They're very hard. We've had most of these stones over 5 years.
Well,
and they continue to heat up every day, and it just works really
I was
well.
gonna say
And they're seasoned so well.
and that's the thing, right? So it's kind of like a cast iron skillet. People say,
That's
you
exactly
don't wash cast iron because the more that you use it, the more it gets seasoned, and that's what's
Same concept.
And that's what's so special too, because if you think about all of the people who have enjoyed this kind of experience together on this same stone, it really is such an exquisite sort of handoff of experience and energy. And if this stone could talk, and it kind of is, it's singing, it's sizzling.
We had one man come in and he was almost in tears. He said, "My dad taught me how to cook my steaks on a rock out while we were hunting or whatever it was we were doing." And it just brought back so many memories for him.
What is your favorite part of this experience?
Just the experience. I mean, you can literally come in, Katy, and sit down and have a conversation with your family, or your wife or your spouse, whoever it is, and still have hot steaks. It's not just, hey, hurry up and eat your steak because half it's going to get cold.
I have to say, like, the presence of the conversation, even that we're having, is so special because we're cooking food together.
I love it because it makes Todd super happy. It's his, like, passion.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's totally his passion, and the friends that we make along the way with our staff, with our customers and things like that. That's what I love, 'cause I'm a people person.
My dad had a slogan, he had a grocery store, and it's where friends meet, and I kind of take on that same concept of where friends meet, and we've met so many good people up here, and that are now our friends. In fact, we've got a group coming in tonight that we've invited some friends to come up and enjoy a meal together, and then sit and have a good visit. So that's kind of where.
That.
And I do. I get a great satisfaction and joy of people coming out, and it does my heart good to sit and watch people enjoy a meal, have a birthday party or whatever it is, to celebrate something, even coming out to eat.
And I have to say too, and make a comment about the people here in Myton and surrounding areas, Duchesne, Pleasant Valley. When the oil fields did go down and things slowed down, we really did find though that our locals were such great support for us.
Oh.
They came, they kept us here, you know.
You know, there's this whole epidemic of loneliness, and the recipe for the counter of loneliness is social connection. And when you sit at a table with people, or you sit in a restaurant that's full of people, even if you come in by yourself, but someone serves you and connects and communicates with you, it's how we counter that loneliness.
Right.
You're exactly right. It's a big deal. It is, and you don't sense it until you're here and experience it. And it's like you walk out a different person. You really do.
Oh, that's so well said. You are just such wonderful, wonderful people. Big hearts, huge, huge generosity, and the Utah food community is lucky and fortunate to count you amongst our peers, our colleagues, and our restaurants.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. And it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere a little bit, but
oh my gosh, it's worth every single mile. Every single mile.